Hey guys, Hex here. Today we've got something very cool for you. This is a furnace array, also known as a super smelter. And I know there's a lot of super smelters out there. I know there's a lot of furnace arrays out there. But this one here has some nice unique features that I think that you might like. First of all, this one here does in fact use minecarts. And the reason for that is because it takes less iron to use minecarts than to use all hoppers to distribute the items and the coal. So the drawback with other minecart systems is that these minecarts will either always be running, which is kind of annoying, or you have to set up some sort of timer system, because if you just let the minecarts run back and forth like this, then it's only going to pick up a few items every time because it's not going to sit under this hopper long enough to fill up. Hope that makes sense. So this one here is actually based on, and it's timed, not based on the on a timer, but rather on whether or not there are items in the system. So if there are items in the system, if there's items flowing into this minecart here, then the minecart will go. And if there are no items in the minecart or flowing into it, then the minecart will not go. And so that's really nice. On the back, the coal system has the same thing, except for this little bit right here makes it so that if this hopper right here starts to fill up with coal to, I can't remember exactly how many items, but basically this slot and then a little bit in this slot, then what will happen is then the minecart won't flow or won't go. You can also adjust that if you move this down a few hoppers, then you can make it so that the hoppers will fill up completely, or however you want to do it. Okay, let me show you how this thing works. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to put your coal in this chest right here that's labeled coal. And I highly recommend that you rename the chest as like fuel or something. I just didn't take the time to do that, just so that when you're in here, you don't accidentally put like all your sand in here, your gold ore, and then have it go in the back of the, because then you have to go down and like pull it out manually. That's annoying. So we're going to put the coal in here. We're just going to dump all our coal in like that. And then we're going to put in our gold ore. Now you're going to notice that on the first pass, only these few light up. And that's because when you first put the items in, this hopper right here isn't completely full, or doesn't have enough to completely fill up the minecart. And so on the first pass, it does like 3 or 4. And then on subsequent passes, it goes all the way to the end, like this. And it should go all the way to the end. There it goes. Okay. So it's not a perfect system, but it does distribute it very evenly. I use this in my survival world. I just built it in the world of Hex, and if you want to go check that out. But this thing smelts things very quickly, so let me show you. They're just flowing in right here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's almost a constant flow, if I remember correctly, from my survival world. So that's what you want right here. So there's one other thing that you might want to consider. Right now I have my output chest kind of down here, which I think is kind of a inconvenient place. Like if you were in survival mode and you were up here, like you'd have to build like a staircase down here to get to the output chest. The reason I did that is because I didn't want this tutorial to be about the item elevator that would then take it back up to the item chest. I just simply wanted to build the array. So if you want to make your item chest somewhere else, then you're going to have to build like an item elevator to take the items back up here, or you're going to have to run it into some sort of sorting system if you want to, or whatever. So just for now, for this tutorial, I just put the item output right there at the end of this hopper line, just to show you like where kind of the output of this thing would come out. So over here I have a chest built. This is the first thing. So this is just a simple double chest, regular chest. You could make it a trap chest if you wanted to, but I don't know why you would. And then out of this chest you're going to do 25 hoppers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then on top of that, you're going to put 25 furnaces. 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. So then we have 25 hoppers going into this chest, 25 furnaces on top, and then we're going to put in our item input. So this is going to be the items that you're going to smelt. They're going to come into these hoppers. So then you put these on top facing downward into the furnaces. So there's going to be 25 of these. There we go. So we got 25 furnaces, 25 going that way, 25 hoppers going into each furnace. Then we're going to do the ones on the back, and this is where the coal gets input. So on the back of each one of these furnaces, you're going to put a hopper. So 1, 2, and you're going to go all the way to 25. All right, so we have 25 going this way, 25 furnaces, 25 these guys on there. and then 25 going in the back. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to run powered rail on top of every single one of these like this. Okay, so you're going to put rails on the back too. So you should have 2 lines of powered rails going all the way across like this. Okay, at the end of these powered rails, what you need to put is a solid block of some sort. I'm going to use white concrete for my solid block because I like white concrete too much. So then I'm just going to do that. You can't put a redstone block there. For some reason, the redstone blocks, like the minecart won't bounce off of it. It'll just sit there. So it's super annoying. So anyways, that's that. Okay, next you're going to put 1 block on the end of each one of these hopper lines, like this. Okay? And you're going to put 1 more powered rail on each of those 2 blocks. Now you're going to count 9 blocks, and we're going to place a redstone block of redstone on top of the powered rail to power it. You could also use a regular block and a lever if you want to do it that way, but I like redstone blocks because that way I don't have to place 2 things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So place 1 there, and then you notice it powers these rails all the way to the end there, and then out this way, and then we're going to count 13 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It doesn't have to be, oopsie, it doesn't have to be exactly 13. What it does have to be is just far enough so that all of these get powered like that. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put 1, 2, 3 blocks at the end of each one of these. 1, 2, 3 blocks at the end of each one of these, and then a block up like that. Okay? Then here you're going to place a temporary block on each one of these. You're going to pull out a fence gate. I'm using acacia fence gates, and you're going to put a fence gate on top of each one of those. Okay. After that, you're going to break these 2 temporary blocks like that, and then you are going to place a regular rail here, a regular rail there. Oop, don't do that yet. Place a regular rail there, then a detector rail, and then another regular rail on one of these. Okay. Then you're going to break that rail. Okay. Then you're going to come back, and you're going to place a regular rail and a detector rail on this side, and then another regular rail like that, and you're going to break that block. Then you need to put a block there and a block there. All right, the next thing you need to do is you need to place a block here and 1 there, and then 1 here, and then 1 there, and then on top of this one you're going to place a block, and on top of that one you're going to place a block, and then this one you're going to come this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to come up 3 blocks like that, and then you're going to put a block there and like that. So you have this shape. You don't need this one either. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, and then up 1. Okay, very good. Then you're going to go ahead and put a redstone comparator right there, and then you're going to put a piece of redstone right there. Then you're going to put a repeater on 4 ticks, then 2 pieces of redstone there and there. Okay, and what that's going to do is when the minecart has items in it, it's going to activate this detector rail. The detector rail is going to activate this comparator, which is going to compare how many items are in there. Then it's going to run the signal this way and open the gate so that the whatever the minecart can flow through. Okay, on this side it's a little bit different. So we're going to put a comparator right there, like that, and then we're going to put a redstone torch right there. Okay, then we're going to put some blocks this way, and then a block up like that, and then 1 more block up like that. Okay. Then here we're going to place a comparator, or sorry, a repeater on 4 ticks, a piece of redstone there, and then you're going to put a torch right there. Okay, and that's going to be part of our little AND gate. All right, the next thing is you're going to take 1, 2, 3, and you're going to put a block right there. So the 3rd hopper, you're going to put a block right there. Now, this is the part where if you want the hoppers to be a little bit fuller, then you have to experiment with putting it down a little bit. And then the redstone will have a little bit more to travel. But I'm going to put that there. Okay. Then you're going to put a comparator, and then you're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then a block up like that. Okay, so it's right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a block up like that. Okay. Then you're going to take a redstone repeater right there on just 1 tick, and you're going to put a piece of redstone there, and then you're going to run redstone all the way there to there. So what that does is once this hopper starts to fill up, it's going to start powering this redstone line. Once it hits here, the repeater will activate and also turn this torch off. So this redstone has to be off, and that redstone has to be off for this torch to be on. So it is an AND gate then. And then that will then open up the gate here for this thing to go. Okay, very good. Now we're going to start working on the hopper input thingy. So we need to take out some more hoppers. So you're going to take some hoppers and you're going to place and look down at this rail right here, and you're going to place 1 and shift click and place 2 hoppers like that. Has to be 2. I don't know why it has to be 2. It's really weird. But if there's 2 hoppers above this rail, then it will let items flow through. But if there's only 1, then it won't. And I have no clue why I don't know if that's a bug or what, but very strange. Okay, then on this one here, we're going to put 3. So 1, 2, and 3 so that these are even. Okay, then you're going to take chests and you can put 2 chests out this way. So 1 and then 2. So that's a double chest that way. And that's going to be your smelting items input chest. And then we need a trap chest. So I'm going to go here. I think I have one. So we have to put 2 trap chests here, 1 and 2 like that. And this is going to be the input for your coal. All right. Then what you can do is you can just, decorate this out a little bit. So you can put some blocks up like this, make a little floor for yourself, perhaps to stand on. This is what I did in the example over there. And so then just something like that. Okay. Then actually, I think these 2 towers were like right here. Sorry about that. Like that. Okay. And then right here, what you're going to do is you're going to put you can put a piece of glass or some sort of transparent block on top of that, a couple of item frames. You could use signs if you want to, but I like to use item frames. And then we're going to put something to mark that this is our fuel. So whatever fuel source you use goes there. And then some sort of ore or whatever you're smelting to remind yourself that that's where that goes. We're coming right along. I think we're almost done actually, which is interesting. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your mine carts with hoppers and you're going to put one here and you're going to shove it in to the little gate thing there, and then you're going to do the same here and push it in, and I think we're ready to go. I think we are good to go. I think we're good to go. I think on the example what I did is I placed these blocks down one. You can do that. You can totally do that if you want to. Or you can have them up on the level that I had them. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, right here is good. Okay, so that could be like your floor or whatever if you want to put it that way. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and we're going to test this thing out. Put some coal in this one or whatever you like to use, and then put some smeltable items in there, and off they go. They're off to the races. This is looking good. This is looking good. This is looking good. And everything looks fine. We've got distribution of the items. There we go. Should go all the way across. Sometimes it misses this last one and sometimes it gets it. If you want to go, I think that it has to do with the fact that there is, that sometimes it goes over that one and sometimes it stops first. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, it seems to be working just fine. Let's see if we got some items flowing in. Yes, we do. Yeah, this thing smelts things very quickly. If you want to make 2 of these and connect them together or something, you could probably do that and make a ridiculous smelter. But I really like this design a lot, and I hope that you do as well. Well, this has been Hex. I hope you really enjoyed this little video. I hope that you like the smelter. I hope it works really well for you. Yeah, so that's the end. God bless.